Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel and today I'm going to give you the top 7 reasons why 50 people or more are moving here to the Triangle area per day and what it's really like living in North Carolina. And I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. If you go on any of these 3 websites that I tell you about, you will get to know all the events that are happening in North Carolina. I moved to the Triangle area about a year ago now, and I thought today would be like the perfect day to give you guys the insider perspective on what it's really like to live here. But before I get started, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to support my channel. Rocky wanted to say hi to you guys. Say hi, bud. You wanted to come up here. What's up? So the first reason why people are moving to North Carolina is the cost of living is a lot lower here. Heating, AC, taxes, but most importantly, houses. In Raleigh, you can get a 3-bed, 4-bath house that's 2,600 square feet, and it's been made within the last 5 years for about $300,000. That's really crazy. Up in Massachusetts, that would be like at least a $500,000 to $600,000 house, and in California it's probably like millions of dollars. Renting an apartment down here is also pretty cheap, and a lot of the apartments are pet friendly, which is nice. We actually came down here and that was one of our requirements. We needed an apartment that would allow us to have a dog, and this apartment complex actually allows you to have 2, so we ended up adopting Miss Abby. And I'll bring her on the video in just a little bit. She's just playing on the porch right now. The only con is the food is still pretty expensive down here. I probably spend on average $200 per week for 2 people and 2 dogs. North Carolina also has a lot of farmers markets, which is awesome. These farmers markets are massive and they're open, I think 3 seasons out of the year. I think they're closed in the winter, but they have fresh stuff all the time. And I don't have children, but people who do say the school system is really good, especially in Cary for K through 12. There's also a lot of colleges here in the Triangle area. You have Duke, NC State, UNC. So there's a lot of good opportunities in regards to education. The second reason why people are moving here is the weather is amazing. It only snows like once or twice during the winter, and the temps in the winter usually range from 40s to 50s. And the winter usually lasts from, I think, late December till early March. So you still get to enjoy outdoor activities without freezing your butt off, which is kind of nice. But if you're from New England or anywhere up north and you're missing that snow and that Christmas feeling, you can always go to the mountains. It's like 3 hours away and they get a lot more snow than we do. So if you're looking for like a white Christmas or even New Year's, you can always head up there. And speaking of the mountains, I'm actually taking a road trip with Michael up there this fall. So definitely be on the lookout for that video. It'll probably be up in about a month or so. And I'm going to show you guys Asheville and a couple national forests. And speaking of fall, the fall is really nice down here. The temps usually range from like, let's say, high 50s to low 70s. There's like no humidity. It's perfect weather to be outside. And fall usually lasts from early September to late December. And to be honest, I think if you're going to visit North Carolina, this is probably the best time to come, because the weather is just perfect and you still get those change in seasons and you get to see the leaves change colors, and you can go do outdoor stuff, like go to little farmers markets or go pumpkin picking or apple picking. There's a lot more events and things to do, so I definitely recommend coming down in the fall. The summer is probably the only con down here. It gets really hot and really humid. It usually ranges from like high 70s to low 90s. But I think the humidity just in general just makes everything hotter. If I had to compare the North Carolina summers to any other state, it would probably be like, you know how Florida is really, really hot? It's kind of like an oven with their humidity. Here it's kind of like a microwave. So that's kind of the gist of what's going on. But as long as you go outside in the early morning or late evening, you should be fine. But if you're gonna go out during the day in the summer, just make sure that you stay hydrated and you have like some area of shade or somewhere that you can cool off, like a pool, a lake, an ocean, something like that. And you should be fine. My sweet girl. Abby wanted to come up and say hi. Hi, big girl. I know, you're very sweet. Yes, I know. You want to be on the video? And yes, the summers are kind of a con down here, but it's a trade-off that I'm willing to make, because up in Massachusetts, we had winter for like 6 months out of the year, and the temps are usually below like 40 during the winter, and you have tons of snow. So if I have a hot summer for 4 months, it's not that bad. It all depends on what you really like. If you like snow and you like the cold, up north is probably better for you. If you like more mild temperatures and you really like fall's your favorite season, then North Carolina is probably for you. The third reason why people are moving down here is there's always something to do here. For example, last summer and fall, Mike and I, we explored most of Raleigh. We got to go to all these cool festivals and restaurants and shops and walk around downtown. There's also a lot of beautiful parks and trails. There's also really cool outdoor concerts, and sometimes they even have art gallery showings, and you can just walk in and just look at all the art and stuff with a bunch of friends. And I really like how you know exactly when these events are going to happen, so you can plan your week, your month around those events. And I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. If you go on any of these 3 websites that I tell you about, you're going to know all the events that are going on in North Carolina. And I'll put these website links down in the description. So all you have to do is click the link and you'll be sent right to the website. And quick disclaimer, these websites are not sponsoring my videos. These are just websites that I found that are really helpful and a really good resource. So the first website is visitnc.com. This is a really helpful website if you want to explore different locations in North Carolina, especially if you're not from here. It really helps you find those hidden gems that sometimes locals don't even know about. So if you're planning a trip here or you're a local and you just want to explore more of the state that you haven't seen before, this is definitely a website that you want to check out. The second resource is called Our State. It's a website, but it's also a magazine subscription. And if you're going to be living here, I definitely recommend getting a subscription, just because it goes over all the events that are happening in all of the state for that month in North Carolina. They also do like cool little local stories and new restaurants that are popping up, just to let people know what's going on in your community. So it's just really a positive magazine to be reading, and I just really enjoy all their stories that they write. The third website, you probably heard of it, it's called meetup.com. It's really helpful in finding cool events that are happening in your area, and it helps you make new friends, find people that are kind of the same age as you, who like doing the same things as you. The fourth reason why people are moving here, specifically to the Triangle area, is because of its ideal location. You have these majestic mountains 3 hours away, you have these beautiful beaches around 2 hours away, and you get the privilege of living in one of these 3 major cities or just on the outskirts, because it's still affordable right now, which is really cool. So whether you really like the outdoors or the city life, there's something for everyone here. The fifth reason is North Carolina has tons of natural beauty. It is green and luscious 6 months out of the year here, and you still get those change in seasons, which is great. So you get to see the leaves change colors. I also had a fun fact for you guys. North Carolina has 41 state parks and 10 national parks. And even if you're living in the city, you still get to see some wildlife. I've seen deer, geckos, birds, frogs. I actually have a little baby frog that lives right near my doorway, but I'll show you guys him another time. And the only wildlife cons is there are black bears in the mountains, but there's also black bears in Massachusetts, and I've only seen 1 black bear up in Massachusetts, and I've lived there for 25 years. So there's also snakes down here, but I haven't seen a snake, and I go on tons of hikes, so they're not really a problem. The only real problem down here is fire ants, and if you don't know what they are, look them up, because if you come down here, you gotta watch out for them, because if you step on one of their little hills, they will destroy you, because my poor dogs have done that, and we've had to like take all these ants off them, and I felt so bad, but yeah, just watch out for those. And speaking of wildlife and natural beauty, one of my favorite parts, and this is gonna sound really lame, but when I come home at the end of the day, and usually around 3 o'clock to sunset, and I get to see the beautiful clouds and sunsets here, like, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's the humidity down here, but it makes the skies all these different colors. The clouds are usually ginormous, and it takes my breath away every time I get to come home and just witness that, and that is just one of my favorite parts personally. The sixth reason why people are moving here is there are tons of job opportunities. I recently got a new nursing job about 3 months ago now, and when I was looking for new jobs, I actually was looking on Indeed, and I saw a bunch of postings for jobs for people in healthcare, software engineering. So if you're looking for a job, they're definitely still hiring down here. And if you want to know how to get prepared for a job interview, check out my nursing job interview video. It goes over a lot of tips and tricks I've learned over the years, and it will help you prepare for any type of interviews. The seventh reason why people are moving here, and this is probably the most important reason, is it's super diverse here. I thought when I moved here it would be really hard to fit in. Everyone would have a southern accent, and that is not the case. Probably 1 in 50 people I meet has a southern accent, and they're local here. The rest, they're from all over. I've met people from China, India, Pakistan, California, New England. It's just a really good melting pot of cultures, and almost everyone you meet is in the same boat as you. They came down here because they wanted a new start, and they're looking to meet new people and make new friends. I just love that they're all so nice and welcoming, and everyone is just concerned about how you're doing. They're really down to earth. No one really cares about material things or how much you make, or they just care about how you're doing. There's also a lot of young couples, millennials who move down here, multi-generational families. And with all the colleges around here, a lot of the people who graduate actually stay here and live here because it honestly is a really nice place to live. There's always something to do. The weather's really nice. the people are awesome, and I honestly think that's why I love living here so much. So that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe. Really appreciate it, and it really helps to support my channel. And if you want to know anything else about North Carolina, let me know down in the comments. I will try my best to answer all of your questions. And I honestly hope that this video helped you guys understand what it's really like living here. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.